Hi there. I'm Laurie Thomas with the University of Kentucky Forestry and Natural Resource Extension, and I'm here with the tree of the week, the American sycamore. American sycamore, Platanus occidentalis, is one of the largest and perhaps the greatest in diameter of eastern hardwood trees. It is also known as American plane tree, sycamore, and the buttonball tree. It is a fast-growing, long-lived tree which can live up to 200 to 600 years. Sycamore is a massive tree with heavy spreading branches that grows over 100 feet tall and 3 to 8 feet in diameter. This species is easily identified from a distance due to its eye-catching white and gray exfoliating and mottled bark, sometimes referred to as camouflage bark. American sycamore is a species of wide distribution across the eastern and central United States. It commonly occurs along the banks of waterways and adjacent bottomlands and disturbed sites. It is recommended for planting on all types of surface mined land and is useful in rehabilitation of various sites with saturated soils. It is often a natural early colonizer of disturbed sites such as old fields, spoil banks, and stream banks degraded by channelization. It is classed as intermediate in shade tolerance. The American sycamore is a deciduous tree with leaves that are alternately arranged on the twig, as you can see in the photo. The relatively large leaf is simple in form, meaning it's made up of one blade. The leaves are typically 4 to 8 inches wide with 3 to 5 palmate lobes, which means the midribs radiate from one point at the base of the leaf. You can see in the photo the leaf has 3 main midribs that start at the base of the leaf. The leaf margins are coarsely serrated. The underside of the leaf can be pubescent, especially along the veins. It is warm green on the upper side and light in color on the underside. American sycamore fall foliage is not particularly showy. It's typically yellow-orange to a brown. American sycamore is monoecious, meaning both male and female flowers occur on the same tree. The flowers are very small and are in dense round clusters. They appear with the leaves in the spring, and the flowers are wind-pollinated. The fruit is a ball composed of many closely packed, long, narrow fruits called achenes. They ripen in the fall, usually by November or a little earlier. The fruit may remain on the tree over winter, breaking up or falling off the following spring. Each tiny seed is surrounded at the base by a circle of upright hairs that act like a parachute for the seed. As the seed ball breaks up, the seeds are released and float slowly down to the ground or are carried by the wind or water, where they may be deposited on mudflats and sandbars where conditions are usually favorable for germination. Sycamore can begin seed production early, but in natural dense stand, seed production starts around 25 years, with bed seed production between 50 and 200 years. Trees usually have a good seed crop every 1 to 2 years. The bark is the most striking feature and one of the best identifying characteristics, and has led to the sycamore being a popular landscape tree in larger landscapes. The bark at the base of the trunk tends to be brownish and scaly. The upper portions of the trunk are characteristically mottled brown, white, green, and gray by the exfoliation of the outer bark, exposing the light, creamy, white inner bark layer. It is often referred to as camouflage bark. American sycamore does provide benefits for wildlife. The seeds are eaten by a few birds, including purple finch, goldfinch, chickadees, and dark-eyed juncos, and a few mammals, including beaver and squirrel. As the tree ages, cavities can develop in the trunks, which provide nesting habitat for cavity nesters such as the barred owl and eastern screech owl, as well as wood ducks. American sycamore has white to light tan sapwood, and the heartwood is a darker reddish brown. Sycamore wood has a distinctive ray fleck that can be seen on quarter sawn surfaces, which gives the wood a freckled appearance and is sometimes called lacewood, as you can see in the photo on the left. It has a fine texture similar to maple, and overall it's easy to work with both hand and machine tools. However, its interlocking grain can make it troublesome in surfacing and machining operations, and the wood is not decay resistant. The wood is used for veneer, plywood, interior trim, pallets and crates, furniture, musical instruments, particle board, paper and pulpwood, tool handles, and other turned objects. The national champion American sycamore is in Ashland, Ohio. It's 432 inches or 36 feet in circumference, 124 feet tall with an 88-foot crown spread. The Kentucky champion is in Harrison County, and it's 320 inches or a little over 26 feet in circumference, 137 feet tall with a 137-foot crown spread. If you'd like to know more about champion trees, check out American Forest Champion Tree National Register or go to the Kentucky Division of Forestry Champion Trees. Now for a few fun facts about American sycamore. In 1802, Francois Michaux, a noted French botanist who wrote the North American Sylva, reportedly measured a sycamore that was 47 feet in circumference on the north bank of the Ohio River. Native Americans used sycamore for a variety of medicinal purposes, including cold and cough remedies, as well as dietary, dermatological, respiratory, and gastrointestinal aids. Sycamore seeds are very tiny and lightweight. The seeds average about 200,000 seeds per pound. There are two American sycamores that are considered witness trees of the American Revolution at Valley Forge, the Maxwell sycamore and the Paulding sycamore. It is believed they were standing during the pivotal winter when General George Washington and his army camped at Valley Forge. I hope you've enjoyed learning about this American giant, the American sycamore, and get a chance to get out into your woodland, local park, or neighborhood and enjoy the substantial sycamore.